for the first time since late last year. We're hearing from the biological family of Mialah Leak. She's the 11-year-old girl who died in Fruitport Township back in November. Prosecutors allege that she was killed by her adoptive mother, who sat on her. 13 on your side's Peter Elliott joins us with what he learned after talking with the family this afternoon.
Rick, they are grateful for a major change in this case due to the results of a medical examiner's report leading to the charges being upgraded. Leak's death certificate listing the cause of her death as mechanical asphyxia, the manner of death listed as a homicide.
We'll always grieve her. She was a child.
It was her 11th birthday.
I believe she suffered, and that's where the pain comes in at.
November 23rd of last year, when Mialah Leak died at the Clover Estates Mobile Home Park in Fruitport Township.
She was for justice. She was a sweet girl that we'll never see what she evolved to be.
Prosecutors allege she was killed by her adoptive mother, who sat on her. Sherry Leak was initially charged with manslaughter, which is homicide without malice or premeditation. It carries a sentence of 15 years in prison.
We figured after the autopsy report came back that it was a possibility that the charges would be, increased.
The Muskegon County Prosecutor's Office confirming this week that's what will happen. Leak is set to face a second-degree murder charge, punishable by life in prison.
I will be there for every court date.
Milah's grandfather, David Jones, and grand-aunt, Josephine Lois Smith, speaking out to 13 on Your Side for the first time since December.
That's why I give the prosecution and the prosecutors in the Justice Department down there in Muskegon County all their props that they need. They're doing their due diligence. They're doing their work.
Throughout the proceedings, Jones and other members of his family have seen Sherry in court.
And Sherry has been by here before. She sat right there several times in this house. She was no stranger to this family. She doesn't even look at me. She walks past me like I'm invisible.
If you were to hear from Sherry, what would you want to hear from her?
I would like to hear that she wished this hadn't happened. Forgiveness. David, could you forgive me? It would mean a lot, but I doubt if I get that. Now, that doesn't mean I don't believe she should be held accountable, because she has to be held accountable.
But he knows whatever that looks like, it won't bring Mialah back.
Closure to me is when I can grab my granddaughter and hold her. I won't get closure till I meet her on the other side. That'd be my closure, and that'd be a beginning of a new chapter.
Sherry Leak is currently out on bond. She will appear before a judge on July 27th for a final settlement conference. David Jones says it's his understanding that is when a plea will have to be entered. If Leak pleads not guilty, then he anticipates a trial beginning at some point later this year. In the newsroom, I'm Peter Elliott, 13 on Your Side.